Welcome to the Portraits Whisper, where our guest storytellers are portraits, paintings, and artworks. Here, every canvas breathes and every brushstroke hides a story waiting to be told. Tonight's whisper is from our guest, Princess Tarakanova, an oil painting by the Russian artist Konstantin Flavitsky, created in 1862, based on the legend of Princess Tarakanova's death during the flood in St. Petersburg in 1777. Trapped in her flooded cell, Princess Tarakanova drowns again and again, her final breath sealed forever in oil. I am Flavitsky's canvas, my frame a prison as cold as the stones it depicts. I breathe mildew, taste rust, and feel the water creeping higher with every glance. I hold the image of a woman condemned to the chilling finality of her own life. Her red silk gown heavy, her hair spilling gold across damp straw. Her face raised not to hope, but to despair. Yes, I am a grim guest tonight. I hold within me the cold, damp air of a prison cell in the Peter and Paul fortress. I show you a young woman, her face a mask of terror and despair. I show you the single barred window that offers no escape, and the straw on the stone floor, now soaked by the water that creeps relentlessly inward. I hold the image of her last frantic moments, as rats scurry for safety, and the shadows grow long and menacing. I am only the witness, yet I keep her agony alive. My oils have trapped the rising flood, the rats that scurry to higher ledges, the trickle of light through the barred window. The true story of this chilling moment does not belong to me, however, but to the prisoner herself. It is a story of betrayal and terror, told not with brushstrokes, but with a final, desperate breath. You stand safe outside the glass. She does not. Listen closely. Hear now the story from the one who lived it. They called me a fraud, an impostor. They called me the Princess Tarakanova. They said my claims to the throne were a lie. Perhaps they were, perhaps not. All I know now is this cell, this stone, and the cold that has come to claim me. Yes, call me what you will. The stones know the truth. They drip with it. My betrayers left me here, ankle deep in the Neva's icy breath. The water climbs higher each hour, pulling the straw from beneath me, soaking the velvet that once touched courts and palaces. Now it clings to my skin like a winding sheet. I lean against the wall, but the stone runs slick beneath my palms, cold, alive. The rats chatter in the rafters, waiting. They do not fear the flood. They know it is mine alone. Once I dreamed of thrones and crowns. Once sunlight crowned me, not shadow. That memory burns behind my eyes as the tide steals my breath. It is crueler than any chain, that memory of freedom. I remember the betrayal that led me here, the false promises of love and freedom that brought me to this cold fortress. But that pain is nothing compared to this. The water is a patient visitor, rising inch by agonizing inch, a slow, merciless flood. It tastes of the Neva River, and it is here to bring me my end. They did not need a blade or a noose. They gave my death to the cold, dark waters. I watched the rats scurry from the rising tide, their panicked movements mirroring my own trapped heart. No guards return, no rescuer comes. Only the water, higher, higher, pressing my skirts against my knees, tugging, pulling, whispering. Soon it will reach my heart. Soon it will still it. The cold will be complete, and my story will be nothing more than a painting, a haunting memory of a life that ended not with a fight, but with a quiet, chilling indifference the waters, the only witness, this cold stone and the silent canvas that traps my final despair. And yet, I do not die. My last moment is pinned here, nailed to the painting's frame, eternal as the tide. You see me drowning, but I do not die. I drown again and again and again, forever. You have been listening to The Portraits Whisper on Storylink Radio, where every canvas has a story to tell. Be sure to subscribe and listen for our next guest, for the gallery never sleeps, and another canvas is already waiting to whisper.